morning, welcome back to the start of another weekly vlog. I'm here in Chicago. I got in last night. I landed like 8-ish. Actually, my flight was early, knock on wood. I normally have very bad luck with flights, like delays and not really cancellations, but like crazy delays or like reschedules. But I got in about 8, spent the evening just hanging out with my family. We played cards. I had a major comeback, ended up beating my family at a card game called Pitch that we like to play. So that was fun. And then my mom re-dyed my hair. So that is done for the month, the very last day of the month. I guess I'm pushing it to the end now. I'm debating, do I count that as February and then wait and do it like March 1st? I don't know, we'll see. I usually actually do it every 4 weeks. It's not really based on like the month. So I still need to do it in the month of February. Anyways, and then went to bed, woke up this morning. My mom and family are actually headed. My brother has a basketball game and I debated going with them, but truthfully the reason that I'm in town is for something else. As much as I love seeing my family and seeing them, I'm not actually here to see them. So they went on their way. I sort of had a leisurely morning. I still did a lot of my morning routine stuff. I tweaked it a little bit. So I feel like I've had this question a few times. What of your routines do you do on the weekends, first off, and then what do you necessarily do when you're travel? And the first answer is I'm still trying to figure that all out. I'm still working on all of that. But for this year, in terms of the weekends, I am trying to do like the same stuff, the same morning routine stuff, just letting it happen later and not being as diligent about it being super early in the morning. As far as traveling goes, I did still bring a book with me. So I actually brought a library book. This is gonna sound awful, but like one of my personal copies got ruined in one of my backpacks when I was traveling over the holidays. And so I kind of only wanna travel with library books now, so that like the pages, first off, the pages probably can't get bent because they almost always have hardcovers. And then also like if a page gets bent in my bag, it's not my book. That's probably awful, but that was my thought. So I brought The Year of Less as my nonfiction book, and then I brought my fiction book that I'm reading right now too. And then I also brought my daily petite planner. Okay, I'm switching hands because my arm is getting tired. I did not bring my 5-year journal, gratitude journal, or my daily stoic. And mostly just because this is a 2-day weekend and there's no need to like, I just didn't need to bring those. For the daily stoic, I went ahead and did 2 days yesterday. So I read Friday and Saturday, and then on Monday, I'll read Sunday and Monday, and that's just how I'm gonna catch up on it. If I'm going on a longer trip, I don't know, I might decide to bring both. I know that Amy Landino, which is who I talk about a lot, she's a YouTuber that I like to follow, who I got that idea to read that book from. She has a digital copy on her Kindle for when she's traveling, but I really like my physical copy. So when I go on longer trips, I don't know yet. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do about it. For the gratitude, there was no reason to take that with me on such a short trip. Maybe even longer trips I might not. So what I did instead was I started a notes in my phone for gratitude when I'm traveling, and then I'm just gonna copy it over when I get back. So I went ahead and did that this morning, same morning routine. And now I have a few minutes and then I'm gonna head to the gym. So I talked in last week's weekly vlog about how we joined a gym. We actually joined Equinox. I realized editing on the plane yesterday, I never actually said the name of the gym and the cost differential. So there was like one cost if you wanted to join just one location, and then there was one cost if you wanted to just join and like to be able to go to all the locations. And it really wasn't that much more based on what we were already paying. So we were like, well, yeah, we're gonna go to all of them, mostly for New York, because we have 2 within 5 minutes of our apartment, and I have 2 within 5 minutes of my office. Like, no excuses. So we both did like the all access pass. That also means that the one in my mom's neighborhood, which is very close to her apartment, is also included. So I signed up for a class at the one near my mom. So I'm gonna go try that out and see what it's like. And I'm sure it's gonna be like the same thing as the one at home, except it's an hour spin class. All the ones that I've done so far this week at my location have been 45 minutes. So hopefully I don't die, but that is what I'm doing this morning. And then I'm gonna come back and do a little bit of work. I'll have another hour or so until I have a friend picking me up, and we'll check back in then. I also wanted to quickly touch on one thing. I watched, speaking of Amy Landino again, I watched her vlog on the flight yesterday. She has kind of switched up her uploading schedule, and she uploaded a video yesterday. So I downloaded it, I have YouTube Premium, watched it on the plane, and it was a vlog style video. And at the end, she talked a little bit about the value of a vlog for somebody who's trying to bring value to their audience, and sort of what her thoughts were behind that. And I loved it. I'm not gonna do it justice. If you really are interested, I would go watch that video. If you don't care about the London trip, like just fast forward to the end when she gets home and is just like chatting. But what she talks about in a nutshell is that she preaches all these tips, right? She does these videos where she's like, here's how you can be better at this. Here is how you can go after the life that you want. And all of this advice basically. And the vlogs is her putting that advice into action and showing that it works. And that is why she likes the vlog style videos still, is because it's her doing what she preaches and showing her audience that she's not just like spewing a bunch of things to do, she's actually also doing them. And I really like that. I think that is also what I try to embody when I'm doing a more vlog style video. Yes, it is cool to see like New York City or when I'm traveling, or it is nice for me to have it documented, but at the end of the day, the value that I hope that it brings is showing you real life things that work and don't work. Not because it doesn't always work, but just things that I'm doing in my life to help me go after my goals, and whether or not they're working, and just the little everyday things that make a big difference. So, all right, look who I found. Hey! Hi! So Nina picked me up a little while ago, and then we went to Party City, as you can tell. Look at all of the balloons.
All balloons.
All balloons.
There's like 20 balloons back there.
Yeah, there
and
are.
like 4 very large ones.
Right, 4 very large balloons that actually spell out Jen. We are headed to our friend Jen's house to surprise her for her birthday. She knows that Jeanette is coming and is on her way, but she has no idea that the 2 of us are coming with. We also went to Jewel and got like a ton of snacks, and we're like, so she's plant-based, so we're going through and we're like Googling like, are Oreos vegan? And according to one website, they are, which like,
plant-based diet.
what is in the cream of Oreos? I don't want to know. So
here we go.
Here we go. Hello, happy Tuesday. I am obviously back home. It was a super quick trip to Chicago, in and out. I flew in Friday night and out on Sunday night, but it was so nice to get to spend some just quality time with my friends and to be able to celebrate a friend's birthday and just give her a little bit of extra love as she goes through a somewhat difficult transition period in her life. So I'm really glad that I was able to do that. I flew home Sunday night, like during the Super Bowl. I watched part of it at the airport, like the second quarter, the halftime show in the third quarter. I watched for the most part at the airport, which was good. I mean, I got to see something, but at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? Football is not as important as spending time with my friends or using vacation time on Monday. Because I could have just gone to my mom's and like watched the game and then flew home Monday, but I was like, that's ridiculous. Like, just, it's not worth it. Like, it's not your team. It's not worth it. So flew home Sunday night, trying to get back into a groove, trying to really kick off February this week. Wasn't feeling 100% yesterday, and today I actually worked from home today. But I am feeling better. I love working from home, you guys. I love it. Like, the only thing I don't like about working from home is I don't have my monitors. But if I work from home on a consistent basis, I would get monitors. Like, that's the only thing I missed today, was having my double monitors. Otherwise, I love working from home. Saving time on the commute and getting ready, and just, I feel like I'm more productive at home and I'm comfortable clothes. Like, if I could just wear sweatpants, I feel like that would be really helpful. Like, I don't know. I love working at home. And now I'm gonna get into my Tuesday evening. The first thing I'm gonna do is go get my nails done. And then I'm gonna cook one of my HelloFresh meals. And then I'm supposed to do an hour of Wedding Wednesday. So I'm gonna work on that. I think I'm just gonna try and clear out the inbox. I have a bunch of emails. I don't even know really what they're from. Some of them are like vendors I started to reach out to. Some of them are from the venues, which I feel like I owe them like a, hey, thanks for the tour where we went with someone else. I know it's been like a month, guys. I feel bad that I haven't done it yet. And is it too late now? Like, the courtesy aspect of it, I think, is gone. I don't know. I might do it anyway. It's only 7 emails, like, and I can copy and paste and be like, thank you for everything. We went with someone else. I don't know. And then I think, since I saved basically an hour not having to commute today, I'm actually gonna work on what I had slated for Thursday morning. And I'm kind of rearranging that because I don't know what I was thinking when I thought I was gonna work out on Monday morning. Like, I didn't get home until almost 1. There was no chance I was gonna wake up and work out. So I wanna go work out on Thursday, which was going to be my rest day. So what I had slated for Thursday was to organize all my content ideas. So I'm gonna try and get that done tonight. That way I can work out Thursday morning. That is my plan for the evening. Oh, I also wanted to say thank you to everybody who's bought a ticket to the meetup. If you didn't see last week's weekly vlog, I am hosting a meetup here in New York. So thank you so much to everybody who bought a ticket. Also a huge thank you to everybody in the comment section who dropped their city and let me know where you would be excited about coming. I want to say that it makes me so happy to hear so many of you say that you would be willing to travel. But I want to tell you that's not the intention. I actually don't want you to travel. Like I appreciate it more than you know, but one of the big goals is for people to meet each other. And so if you're traveling, then you might not meet somebody that is in your area. And I really would love for people to make friends that like live in their area. So, I mean, driving maybe an hour is not that big of a deal, but those of you who are like, oh, I wish I could travel to New York, like that's so sweet. But I really want them to be local. I want it to be your community, your local community. I don't know why, that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel it should be. There are so many other planner conferences that are big and special and have all kinds of valuable content that I think are worth traveling for. But for this is more of like a get to know your community and more intimate, something that I don't really want you to have to travel for. And I would love to do them in all of the cities that you guys commented with, even my friend over in the UK. I would love to come with you. My family's still talking about going for Thanksgiving. It's not finalized, but if we come, maybe I could make that happen. Fingers crossed, that would be really cool. But regardless, I would love to come to all those cities. On the same note that I don't want you to have to travel to go to like a small meetup. I also don't necessarily plan to travel specifically for them. My goal is to do them when I happen to be in those cities. So when I am in Texas visiting family, or when I am in Chicago visiting family, or when I am wherever doing who knows what, or if I can make it be on the way. Like maybe I saw somebody comment with Albany. Maybe if I'm going to visit my family upstate, instead of taking the bus, maybe I rent a car and stop somewhere else on the way. Do you see what I'm saying? I want it to be a little bit more organic, doesn't feel like the right word, but I don't just want it to be like, I'm going on tour and I'm gonna go visit all these cities. Like that was not the purpose. I really want it to be more like, I happen to be in the city for something else, whatever that something else is. Let me host this small meetup to allow me to meet some of you and allow you to meet some of each other. Like that's really the goal. So we'll see where else I end up this year and next and who knows where else, but that is sort of the plan. But don't get me wrong, I wrote down all the cities that you said, so I will keep them in mind for future trips, travels, etc. And I just wanted to say thank you, because reading the comments from last week's weekly vlog have just completely lifted my spirits. All right, now that my nails are all done, I have a couple things that I got in the mail that I want to share with you, and then I also want to do some planner surgery. But let's start with the mail. The first one is the kindness socks. I am so excited to share this with y'all. I met the creator, her name is Carrie, at the Cultivate Your Year live event. She was one of the other table leaders, and her and I actually chatted a lot the night before at Laura Casey's birthday party, and she is incredible. Her story is amazing, and her current relationship, they met via this dating Instagram profile, and then they did long distance for like almost a year. Like they're still long distance. So it's very cool. Anyways, you can go follow her for all of her amazing stories and travels and all kinds of things. But she created this company because she wanted to give back. She wanted to create a company whose mission it was to give back to the community. And so she created this company. And so for every pair of socks, it's literally socks. There's no catch here. It's literally socks. But for every pair of socks you buy, a portion of it goes to some other organization, and they're going to change it up every single month. And they just launched, like this is brand new. She sent these to me to share with you, and I'm just super excited. So let me show you the two socks that I got. I'm not sure which side of the package was the right side. Oh, it's this side. Here it is. I love her little note cards. Okay, so she included a little note to me, and then this is the card that I'm assuming comes with all the orders. It says the kindness socks, and then on the back it says each sock purchased directly impacts one person. We are on a mission to help spread more kindness into the world, one step at a time. Super cool. I love that. So she sent me 2 of their inaugural pairs of socks. So first we have these ice cream socks, and they are, I'm not sure what height you would call these. Like, they're obviously higher than like a crew sock, I think, but they're not like, it's not a knee-high sock. I like this height of socks if I'm wearing leggings with boots and I don't want my socks to show. Like, this is the perfect height actually for that. So perfect for the winter. They feel super high quality, and like the designs are sewn in. This isn't like an enamel or like a patch. Like, this is sewn in. You can see it on the other side there, how it was sewn in. So the designs are sewn in. So these are super nice. I don't know, I really like them. So if you like fun socks and you like buying from companies who give back or whose missions that you believe in, I think this is a really, really cool option. I also think it makes a really cool gift to be like, look, I got you these socks, and like, here's what they're doing for the world. So she has these ice cream ones. And then look at these cute pineapple socks. Oh my gosh, I love these. And then on her website, she also has ones that are, I'm gonna say this wrong, Enneagram. I still am not totally on board with the whole Enneagram, I don't know how to say it thing. I still don't really feel like I align with just one. Every time I look at one of those accounts that has like all the different ones, I'm like, I could be like 3 of them. So anyways, but the way that they're designed is it has the number on the bottom. So you can't actually see the number unless you like lift up your feet. It's just like a polka dot on top and then the number that you associate with on the bottom. But those are the options she has right now. I know she has lots more ideas and more things to come and more information that she plans to share on what they're gonna do with the proceeds. So go follow her if you are interested in fun socks for a good cause. All right, the other thing I got in the mail, you've probably seen this a million times on a million other accounts. And this is called the Molly Ollie. The bag? Oh yeah, well, it just says Molly Ollie on here. This is actually a diaper bag. Like this, the original purpose of this was a diaper bag. In fact, I think it comes with baby socks on the inside. That's how much of a diaper bag it is. I'm gonna re-gift those. But I think it was Kayla from Oh Hello Living who first got one of these to use as a planner supply thing. So I think she was the first one to do that. And so then they reached out to me and asked me if they could send me one. And I said, sure, why not? So I don't really actually know what I'm gonna use this for. It's not staying down very well. I am sort of struggling. You're gonna have to work it to get it to stay down. But you can get it on Amazon. It's this felt on the outside, this like gray felt, and then blue on the inside. I'm pretty sure that's the only color that they have. On the inside, it's got like the material is kind of like I don't know, almost like a nylon. It feels like it's waterproof. It comes with, I believe this is a changing pad. I'm not really sure. Oh, you know what? I don't think this is a changing pad, Laken. I think this is a divider. I think you can set it up to have a divider on the inside. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, well now it stands a little bit better. So there's that one, and then there's one on this side. It's not a changing pad, Laken. But the purpose was for babies. That was the original intent. So you can add these little sections if you want to section it off. It's got, on this side, we've got just one big pocket. On this side, we have 3 little individual pockets. On this side, you have a pocket that's got little straps. I don't know if it's not really big enough for a bottle. I'm not actually sure. Toys? I don't really actually know what you would stick there if you were using this for diaper purposes, but it is a perfect place to put pens. And then on this side, you have another one of those 3 little pockets, and then again, either one big section or 3 sections in the middle. If you're interested in seeing this all set up, I'm gonna direct you over to Kayla's channel. I'll link the video below where she shows what she has inside of hers. But it is a nice option if you want some structure to be able to carry your planner supplies around. The quality is super nice. I mean, Amazon's always a plus, being able to get it on Amazon. I don't have too many opinions on it yet because I haven't used it or figure out what I'm gonna use it for. But I was opening up my mail and I thought I would share it with you. All right, last but certainly not least, it is time for some planner surgery, and we're gonna see how well this works. So this is my Daily Petite that I got punched and coiled at Staples, and at Staples they only had a plastic coil. And when I originally was sort of doing research, I thought they were only gonna have black. So I bought this notebook, this Erin Condren notebook that's got a coil that's, it's a little bit bigger, but it's basically the same size, that had a metal coil, a silver one, so that I could add it on. But then when I went to get it coiled, it had a white option. They had a white option. And so I was like, okay, well that actually looks great. So for a while, I wasn't planning to uncoil and recoil it because I was like, the white is like, it actually probably looks better, especially since I chose a gold cover than the silver. And I don't mind the plastic coil, truthfully. It's like, it didn't bother me. But what does bother me is the fact that it continuously comes uncoiled. Like when I turn it, I don't know if I guess I could try bending these down more, but it is just frustrating me to no end. So I am done with the plastic coil. So I am going to uncoil both of these and put the metal coil on this. The thing I'm not sure about, I've uncoiled and recoiled a lot. That part I'm not nervous about, is that I have to cut it because it's not big enough. These are the little jewelry pliers that I got on Amazon in order to originally uncoil and recoil, but I think I'm gonna have to break out like actual pliers from a toolkit in order to cut this. Maybe I should do that first. No, I wanna get it coiled and then cut it because I don't know how long I'm gonna need it. So anyway, that is the plan. I can't find, normally I will use big binder clips to keep the planner together while I uncoil and recoil, but man, I cannot find them. I don't know where they are. My desk is a mess, y'all. I don't know. It is falling apart. I foresee a desk organization video in our future, friends. So I'm just gonna have to do this by hand. This is not going well. Okay, I went and did all that off camera because I have so many videos uncoiling and recoiling, and truthfully it is so much faster to do in my lap. It was actually very easy to do both of them. I got them both done because there wasn't a lot of pages, so it's very easy. Now the part that I am more concerned about, which is actually cutting this bad boy. I don't know. I'm like super nervous and I'm gonna totally screw this up. Okay, so these aren't wire cutters. I know that. I don't own a pair of wire cutters. I have like a tool set from IKEA, so I don't even know if this is gonna do me any good. I have to feel like this can't, like if I just bend it back the other way, it will break. Or like bend it back and forth for a while, it will break. This probably is easier to do off of the planner. All right, well maybe now that I know, although now that I've done this, getting it uncoiled is gonna be impossible. I was gonna say maybe now that I know I can uncoil it and then work on the wire off the planner, but there's no way to uncoil it now that I've kind of destroyed it here. Okay, let's go back to bending this piece back and forth and see if I can make any damage. The good news is once I do this once, oh, okay, all right. It's probably a little bit longer than I had wanted, but it's better. It's definitely better. And now I know I can break it. Let's see if I bend that piece back in, how long it looks. Well, it's not bad. It's better than that plastic one. It's definitely a little bit longer than I probably wanted it to be, but it's not the worst, that's for sure. All right, let's see if we can cut off just a little bit more. Oh, I'm gonna have to go pick up that piece that just flew away, but I did it. I got it a little bit smaller. All right, now let's tuck this in. It is not cute on the end there. I probably should buy a pair of, I probably should buy a pair of wire cutters to maybe make this a little bit better, or borrow some. All right, it's not perfect, but it's better. Let me see what it feels like to like flip open page. Oh, it kind of gets stuck there a little bit at the top. Well, it's not bad. At least it's not coming uncoiled like it was with the plastic coil. Okay, I'm probably gonna leave the pliers down on the desk for a little bit just to make sure that I like it. I'm not gonna throw away the plastic one quite yet until I kind of figure out how to make this work for me. But I do prefer the metal coil for sure. It makes it feel a lot more sturdy. Hi, it's Wednesday, and tonight's plan isn't what I had planned. The plan was to go to Weight Watchers, my Weight Watchers meeting, and then to go to a work happy hour. And so I walk, it's like, I don't know, like a 7-minute walk from my office to get to the Weight Watchers meeting. And I get there like 10 minutes early, which is usually my goal. That way I have time to weigh in and get settled and get a good seat before the workshop starts. And I show up and there's like a bunch of people like eating food, standing up and like talking in the Weight Watcher space. Hi, Kitty. Hi. Giving kisses. And there's a guy standing at the front door with like a clipboard. And I walk up and I kind of look at him funny and he's like, can I get you checked in? And I was like, for what? And he was like, for the event. And I was like, oh, I'm here for my normal Weight Watchers meeting. And he was like, oh, that's not happening tonight. And then the like manager of the location comes over and she was like, do you normally come to this meeting? And I was like, yeah, I've come every week for the past however many weeks since I got back in January. I guess it's probably been like, this probably would have been my 4th week. And she was like, oh, we've been mentioning it the past couple of weeks at meetings that there was gonna be an event tonight and there was gonna be no meeting. And I was like, I've been at the past couple of weeks and I don't recall like it being mentioned. And she was like, well, maybe she did it at the beginning or at the end and you missed it. And like sort of made me feel bad for not knowing. And I was like, well, I didn't. And now I'm here. I was like, is there any way that I could just weigh in, get like, so I can know where I'm at and get a check mark? She was like, no, we don't actually, we have anything hooked up. Like she basically said no. So I was kind of frustrated and whatnot. So I walked out. And as I'm like walking down the street and I like see the subway station, I either need to make a left and walk like, I think it was like 8 blocks to the happy hour because my Weight Watchers meeting is south of my office and the happy hour was north of my office, or like get on the subway right there. I was like, I'm going home. I'm just going home. I had no more motivation to go to the happy hour. I don't know. It was very weird. Do you get like that when your plans get off track and then all of a sudden you're just like, forget it. I'm just going home. I don't even want to do anything else. In retrospect, it was probably a good thing I felt that way because had I gone to the happy hour, not having gone to Weight Watchers first, I probably would have just like made not good decisions. So now that I'm home, hopefully I can make better ones. I also was thinking how I really kind of needed to cook a HelloFresh meal tonight because I didn't cook one on Monday because the cleaning service, they were 30 minutes late, which was a huge bummer. And then I don't know if she just felt bad for being late, that she stayed a little bit longer too, which like I appreciate the extra time, cleaning time, but at the same time, like she stayed longer. So she didn't leave until 9. And I was like, well, I'm not cooking at that point. So I was already thinking I kind of needed to leave the happy hour early so that I could cook tonight. So it all worked out for the best. So I thought I would just share with you kind of my thoughts on when plans get changed and it just throws me off course. While we're sitting here, I just want to show you something that I got in the mail today from Amazon actually, and I'm really excited about them. And they are these polka dot binders. So it's actually a set of 6. This is just 3 of them. It's 2 gold, 2 rose gold, and 2 silver. And they're just like your normal 3-ring binders. They don't have a pocket on the front. It just has the pattern on them. It's on the side, it's on the back as well. On the inside, it's just white. Oh, that one's upside down. They're just 1-inch binders, and I think it was like 18 bucks maybe on Amazon. So I think it was like, it came out to like $3 a binder, which I think is a decent price. I felt like for patterned binders that were cute, that I liked, I felt like it was a decent price. And I also got some page protectors to go on the inside as well. And I'm planning to use them for a couple different things. The first one is my recipe binder. So I went through all of my HelloFresh recipes and I kept the ones that I either really loved or I think I can easily recreate. Some of the ones that I get, like I can't recreate them, like the raviolis, like I'm not gonna make those again. Like they come with pre-made raviolis, but the ones that are just based off of a meat and like a vegetable and a starch, like I can make that myself. So those, I saved the ones that I wanted to, but I want to put them in page protectors and put them in a binder. I also wanted a cute binder for my closet documentation that I'm starting next week. I was like, I mean, I have it in a plain white binder now. I wanted something cute, but also neutral. So like when they're sitting on my shelves, I still want them to look not like, as much as I love like a bright colorful thing, there's a point where it's got to be a little bit more neutral, especially when it comes to something that's like on display in my apartment. So that is 2 of the 6. Another one I'm probably going to use for that online course that I talked about in my goals video. I'm probably going to use one for that. And then I don't know, actually. I don't know what the other 3 are going to be. Truthfully, I wasn't going to buy 6. I was going to just buy a couple. And then I saw this pack of 6 and I was like, well, that works out because let's be real. I'm probably going to come up with something else I need a binder for. And now I have one that matches and like looks nice on my shelf. So So let me know in the comments what you use binders for in your house. I would love some more ideas. I'm not gonna create binders just to create binders, but there might be something I'm not thinking of that would be cool to store in a binder that I may be like documenting or storing in a different way. I'm trying to like look around my apartment and see what else I could like move into a binder, so I have all these binders that kind of match. But that is my plan. That's the thing I got in the mail today. Also, I'm debating as it pertains to these binders, moving my cookbooks into my bookshelf that's in the bedroom. I have them stored in the kitchen right now, but I don't really like the way that they're stored right now because I have them in a bucket on top of my pantry, and when I pull the bucket out, I can see them all, but I have to pull it down, and it's like, it's heavy and it's hard to see them. It's an effort to see them and pull them out, versus if they were on a bookshelf, I could see them a little bit easier. And yes, it's not in my kitchen, which doesn't make sense to store cookbooks not in the kitchen. And I'm like, in your apartment is this big. So I think storing cookbooks in the shelf on the bedroom is not that big of a deal. So I'm thinking about moving those over. I'm not sure what I would then use that bucket for on top of my pantry. I have another matching one that I use to store coffee and tea, but I'm sure that I could figure something out. I'm thinking about doing a pantry cleaning video. Would you like that? Is that like, my pantry needs a good once over, and I'm thinking about making it one of my goals for next month or the month after. But would you like a video to go along with it, or should I just do it? Or I can make it part of a vlog if it's not its own video. In fact, now that I have this extra time tonight, maybe what I will do is clean that shelf in my bedroom. It is a disaster right now. Do you have those spaces in your apartment or your house where as soon as it starts to get a little bit messy, you just stop trying to make it clean because there's no way to like put things back where they belong, and then it just spiraled out of control and then it's a disaster? Okay, that is the shelf in my bedroom right now. It is just a war zone. So maybe that's what I'll do with my extra time. Maybe I'll cook. Maybe I'll find out what time Sam is gonna get home, and I'll try to cook when I know he's gonna be home. And then either before that or after that, now that I'm home, not at happy hour, I will clean that shelf. I think it'll make me feel good. I am trying to, there is a balance. I want to say there is a balance between not doing all your goals at one time. And I know I talked about this in last year's Power Sheets videos about how in past years I've said I need to do a whole once over, a whole clean in the month of January, and then my apartment will be clean and tidy for the rest of the year. And like that never worked in the past. And so last year I really tried to focus on pieces of my apartment throughout the year, and some of them stayed decluttered and some of them need another once over this year, but it's not as intense as it was last year. But it still needs to happen over time or it's going to be too much. So when I did my like quarterly plan, right, my quarter one goal was just to work on my wardrobe, like my closet, my dresser. And I figured I would start there because I thought it would be the easiest. Well, then I realized that I'm having people over in April for the Pre-Go Wild brunch. And maybe I should have started with the places that people can see, not necessarily with the places that people can't see. So I was already sort of thinking that in March, I mean, my February goals are set, but in March, I definitely am gonna have to do some more like of the visual places that need to be decluttered before that event happens at the first weekend in April. So yeah, the shelves are part of that. So they were probably gonna end up on March's list anyway, but if I could just do them now, then I'll just do them now and put some of the other things on March's list. March, I'm not traveling anywhere. I don't have any major plans on the weekends. We have one wedding, but it's here in New York. So that's like one Saturday night. I think it starts at 6. So like, it's actually a lot of weekend time in March that I'm excited to utilize and hopefully make some serious progress on some serious goals. Oh my God, I can't be myself this morning. If you are interested in seeing, whoa, I just hit the camera. Can't be part of the vlog because then it'll be too late. Why did I think that was okay? I will actually have a lot of weekend time in not January.